again. This is Dragonesque4 coming at you with episode number 4 of my excursions into the unknown. Today, I'm bringing you Aliens Among Us. Now, for those of you that have interest in aliens and, UFOs and whatever, I'm going to recount a couple of different things that I've encountered in my and my mom's lifetime, because they weren't all by me. 3 different times that I've encountered alien beings of sorts. There was one time. This is before I was born. My mom encountered a alien right on above the tree level of our street. Our street used to have like trees in front of every house, but they've long since been cut down. Unfortunately, most of they used to be like a level of elms, and I think there was elms and oaks, in front of every house. And they were like full-grown oak trees. Now, this is before I was born. My mom was out late at night on the porch with my father, and my father had his back turned toward the street, so he didn't see it, but she did. She saw this UFO. It was the traditional saucer shape with the dome, and you could see the windows close up, and she could see 3 occupants in there. They were like the typical gray species of UFOs, of aliens, I mean. It hovered above the tree line for a couple of minutes right in front of our house. And because she was like speechless and stunned because she was so surprised by it, she was like had her mouth open. She was just like temporarily speechless from seeing it, and my father was like, what's wrong? He had his back towards them, so he didn't see it, but he was like trying to shake her because he didn't know what was wrong. And it took off apparently before he saw it, but she got to actually see it close up, and she could see there were 3 occupants in the ship. Now, another example of the aliens among us, that this happened, I think it was late 70s. I think it was a long time ago, but over the city of Chicago, and I'm not the only one that saw this either, you could see hovering in the sky a UFO with the saucer shape. You could see like the lighting on the bottom of it, and you could see like again the windows and stuff in the traditional dome shape. A lot of people in Chicago saw this because they were calling up the Eddie Schwartz radio program. He was a radio host in Chicago at the time. They were asking, what's going on out there? There's something in the sky. It looks like a UFO. It looks like an alien and whatever. And he didn't know, but there had like hundreds and hundreds of calls that night, to see what was going on. Now, he called up the planetarium, and the planetarium, of course, tries to cover it up, so they don't want to make a panic. They are saying, well, we think that people are seeing Venus, which is predominant out there tonight, which, if you think about it, that's BS because of the fact that Venus is pretty much out there every night. If it was Venus, you would see it almost every night if it wasn't cloudy out, So the fact that they're saying it's Venus just doesn't make sense, because it would be out there every night and everybody would be panicking every night, And my mom and I, we were watching this through high-powered binoculars that we had, and you definitely could see the shape of that, and and it was like tilting on its axis, so it was going like that. You could see like the lighting underneath of it, and you could see the individual, again, the 3 windows. You couldn't actually make out any occupants because it was too far off, but you could actually see the dome, see the general saucer shape, and see the 3 individual windows with the lighting on it. And again, it was like tilting on its axis, going like that. Now, another time that I've encountered a possible alien in the forest preserve in the suburbs around my area, Um, there's there has been some supposed sightings in the sky of UFO activity, and so I investigated out in this one piece of forest preserve near area near where these sightings supposedly have occurred. I found out there a triangular impression in the ground. So it must have been pretty heavy, and there were like these circular little points at the end of the triangle. So they were these circles at the end of each point of the triangle, and for some reason nothing was growing within that particular section of the ground where this impression was. So I'm kind of thinking that might have been some kind of a landing pod or something from a UFO. Well, anyways, that's the three encounters that have happened with me and my mom that we have witnessed. So if you choose to believe, you're welcome to feel free to comment if you like it. If you choose not to believe, then don't. I don't care. I'm just recounting what happened. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed it. Bye.